I heard a great story the other day from a friend of mine on Facebook called Tina, and I thought I'd share this story with yourselves because the lesson in it was quite powerful. Now, the way the story goes, there's a snake, and as it's going along the ground, it goes across a saw, and the saw cuts into the skin of the snake. Now, this angers the snake, so it attacks the saw, not realizing it's an inanimate object. So it attacks the saw. Now, as it attacks the saw, the teeth of the saw cut into the snake more and hurt it. And this makes the snake even angrier. So the snake starts wrapping itself around the saw, trying to squeeze the life out of the saw. But the more it squeezes, the more it gets hurt. It twists itself around even more, really applying pressure onto the saw. And eventually it does so much damage to itself that the snake dies, not really knowing that if it would have just let go and moved away, it would have been alright. Now, I think that's quite a powerful lesson, because maybe there's a part of you that's holding on to something that's still hurting you. Can you identify with that? One of my favourite sayings is let go or get dragged along. And I don't know about you, I don't want to get dragged along anywhere. And you know, in the past, I have been. I really have been. And it's been difficult for me to let go. The reason it was difficult for me to let go, because in the past, was because I thought, well, that means the other person is winning and I'm losing, so I'm not letting go. But really, that was a complete false belief that I had. It doesn't matter, the other person wasn't winning or losing. It doesn't matter if they're winning or losing. What's more important is what's happening to me. A mentor of mine used to say that carrying resentment around was like carrying a bottle of poison and occasionally taking sips from it. So this is only a short podcast episode, but have a think about if there's a part of you that's holding on to something, I would really encourage you to let go so you don't get dragged along. Now, if you feel that you need some help with this letting go, and you think that might mean seeing a therapist about this, my contact details will be in the description. There'll be a link there and you can book a free 30-minute appointment with me. But this isn't to promote myself in any way. This is you should just realise, if you let go of something that's been holding you back, think what the benefits would be if you were able to let go of it. What would life be like for you if this thing didn't feature for you anymore? If it didn't have its claws into you, or just like the snake holding onto the saw, it didn't have the teeth in you anymore. All the snake needed to do was realise what's happened and just move away from what was causing it pain. That's all it had to do. But instead, it injured itself so much that it died. And this doesn't have to be what you do. If this is something that this resonates with you, and maybe you are doing or have been doing, or maybe there's a little part of you is still doing that, honestly, it's so much better to let go, because your life gets easier. Alright, just a short podcast episode this week, but something maybe big to think about. Alright, so I'll see you on next week's episode. I hope you've enjoyed this one. This is James from Write Your Own Story. Bye bye.